All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this great episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, when Dave UMAHI and Tinubu came up with the Coastal Highway project idea, Peter Obi told them to shelve the idea. He said, the problems in Nigeria right now are the basic problems of humanity, hunger, insecurity, shelter, illiteracy, quality of life. He said these are the things we must focus on and not embark upon projects that will even worsen people's lives. Some people didn't quite understand him, but now it has become clear to everybody. Ever since that project commenced, it has been from one dimension of pain to another for the people of this country. The first route the highway was to take would have had the government bringing down thousands of houses, rendering thousands of Nigerians homeless in Lagos. We are a country already heavily deficient in that area of shelter. Statistics shows that we have 24 million homeless Nigerians already. The government said, okay, they won't go that route again. So they turned to another route, then discovered that our communication cables were buried along that new route and that the entire networks in Nigeria would shut down indefinitely if they went through that area. So they didn't do any feasibility study before they awarded the project and all, because Sheyi Tinubu, is involved with the company that they gave the project. Now the government has returned to their initial plan to level those communities and render people homeless. With the present situation of this country, for a project that is not an emergency, a project that is going to last for more than 10 years, look at what they want to do to the people. And now the people of those communities have come out massively to protest against the minister and Tinubu. Before I show you video of that protest, let me quickly show you this update coming out of Abia State. OT pays fees of Abia students abandoned in Indian University. Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Oti has approved the payment of fees for Abia students studying in an Indian university, SRISAI, who were allegedly abandoned by the previous administration. The State Executive Council noted the case of Abia students studying in an Indian university, SRISAI, who were abandoned by the previous administration in the state, and approved that their fees be paid to enable them continue their studies. Following His Excellency's interest and the high premium he places on the education sector, quite a lot is happening in that sector. Recently, there is the case of some Abia students who have been abandoned in an Indian university by the previous administration. His Excellency graciously approved that their fees be paid to enable them continue their education in the university in India. The commissioner also disclosed that the governor has approved the payment of bursary to Abia students in various law schools in Nigeria. In the same vein, His Excellency approved payment of bursary to Abia students in different law schools in the country. Recall that once we mentioned this to you, that His Excellency has approved that those payments be made. It has actually been made now. Kanu added that the governor has secured accreditation of 19 courses for the Abia State University, Uturu. Equally, through the untiring efforts of His Excellency, accreditation has been secured for 19 programs for Abia State University, Uturu. This speaks to all the efforts he has been making to ensure that our educational sector turns out to be one of the best in the country. He disclosed that the governor has approved the establishment of a football academy by an Abia-born UK-based footballer, Mr. Frank Onyeka, who plays for the Super Eagles, as well as the Brentford Football Club in the English Premier League. He, Onyeka, visited His Excellency with his dear wife and the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Dr. Dati Baba Ahmed, who was on hand to support Mr. Onyeka on this project. Wow, these are people who are thinking. These are progressive thinkers. You sponsor education, you begin a football academy so that young people can be productively engaged for a better future. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweets. Reactions. This tweet here by Zobanwa says, God will really judge all the PDP members in Abia State for destroying that state for so many years. And Cheesy says, I can confirm this to be true. I live in India. In fact, I know a friend that benefited from this. And Fredoni says, best performing leader. That is it, by a country mile. Chukudi Paul says, this is what I call practical governance. That is it, my brother. And Fearless says, may you live long, sir. Thank you so much, our working governor. Peter will be straight to Aso Rock come 2027 by the special grace of God. That is what Nigerians must do to turn our fortunes around. And Austin Nasiru here says, he did well. So eventually, everyone should hold their governors. People should begin holding their governors. And this tweet here says, you will continue to govern well. Posterity will judge you well. But no change, oh, he's not going to change. A good man is a good man. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at that protest by the people of Ibejuleki in Lagos State.
These members of Okwanja community in Ibejuleki, located along the rights-of-way of the ongoing multi-billion naira Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, executed by the federal government, are unhappy over the latest development in their area. They stormed the office of the Federal Ministry of Works in Lagos Thursday, where they confronted the Federal Controller Works, Olokorede Keisha, over the latest move to realign the coastal highway passing through their community.
The minister said, I am out of the first alignment, I'm out of the second alignment, and I'm going to the gazetted alignment, which we all heard him said that. So why did these men come back to our community to start marking the first alignment?
Law today is that the old alignment, as he declared at the stakeholders meeting, is where the coastal road should pass.
We beg federal government to help us maintain that old alignment. We already did there before. Yeah, please, we beg government with full honor to just get patent for us, for Okwanja community.
After listening to them, the Federal Controller Works, Olokorede Keisha, in calming them down, promised to pass their demands to the Works Minister, Dave UMAHI, who she explained will soon visit Lagos State again to address all their needs.
You are not happy with some of the decisions, so you come back to him when he's back by next week. By next week, we'll be in Lagos. I will invite you. You will come and talk to him. Honorable Minister, this thing is not going down well with us. These are our issues. It does not commonize people. It doesn't look down on people. It listens. It's just that it is impossible to please everybody.
The Works Minister, during his last tour of ongoing projects in Lagos State, condemned the agitations by the community members in light of the move by the federal government to save destruction of property and cables of some network providers in the country.
Way 2-3 people will consider themselves into an obstacle, and it says that, look, we must destroy the national and international network cables so that we don't pass through a swamp. It's very funny, and I believe that they will see reasons to be very reasonable.
Imagine, they will see reasons to be reasonable. They will see reasons why you should take down their homes. We are not saying the government shouldn't carry out projects. What we are saying is there should be priorities. We have to, scale our preferences. This isn't our priority for now. And from UMAHI's last statement, I'm afraid those communities are not likely going to stand. Those communities will go down. And do you know the number of people that are about to be rendered homeless and jobless? Do you know? If you see that number, you will marvel. Yes, they will tell you that people will be compensated, but do you know how many cases of government's failure to compensate victims that are in court? First of all, the government will turn around and begin to question their authority to build on the project's right of way. That is how they will start. Then you begin to feel that your house that was taken down was not even supposed to be your house in the first place. And from this video, you could see that the victims of this impending disaster are going to be Nigerians from all ethnic groups and religion. Of course, this is Lagos, so you know how diverse the population is. My point here is the pain that the APC government is dishing out will touch all Nigerians, regardless of who you are and where you are from. An honorable member of the National Assembly said 2 of his colleagues were almost kidnapped this last Salah break. This is the 3rd time National Assembly members are escaping kidnap according to their own testimonies. This year alone, they will soon begin to fall victims. Governor of Katsina was almost ambushed in the capital of the state, and he quickly called for an emergency meeting. We are getting there. We will get to a point where nobody will be safe in this country again. That is the point that the APC is taking this country to. Unless Nigerians say no, put their foot down and say enough is enough, this cannot continue. And when they do so, they will kick the APC out, and watch how this country will begin to bounce back the moment that is done. But before then, the status quo will maintain. What we will continue to see are billions of naira spendings on official residencies and purchase of luxury cars and jets. Those are the news we will continue to hear. You don't expect politicians not to enjoy themselves. You don't expect them not to surround themselves with opulence using state funds when there are no consequences for their actions. They'll tell you that Jonathan, that was trying to do well, did not get a second term. Buhari, that destroyed everywhere, got a second term. So what is the motivation to do well? Nigerians must get up and take their country back if they so desire to have a great nation. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So don't go away. Sorry,